Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So I can't help but talk about this again and again and again. Terence Crawford, you're going to thank me 5 years from now. I'm watching, I'm passively watching. I'm doing some work around the house, but I'm running around, cleaning, playing with the kids, putting in bed, doing baths and all that. And Brian Jennings is on ESPN as a main event. And I'm thinking to myself, how does all these fighters get lone standing dates and fight on regular ESPN than Terence Crawford? Now, I'm gonna give myself the ultimate credibility right now. Just in the recent history, we're not gonna talk about fighters that we saw on tape. We're just gonna talk about fighters that I've went and seen in person, right? Floyd Mayweather breached his contract for $750,000. Manny Pacquiao finally woke up and will not re-sign with Manny Pacquiao. And they've had a long-standing relationship. Oscar De La Hoya went to court to get out of his contract with Oscar De La Hoya. Mikey Garcia sat out 2 years just to get out of his contract. Not fight, not make any money, just to get out of his contract with Top Rank. And now we have Terence Crawford. Now, I'm not... Terence Crawford is one of the greatest competitors that we have. He's a top 5 competitor. I'm talking about alpha male, dog, top 5 guys in boxing that are notable. I don't, there are plenty of fighters that we don't know of just yet that are coming through the ranks, young fighters that definitely have that hunger as well. And yet he can't seem, he and his team can't seem to put it together. Why the hell is Terence Crawford the pound for pound king? No. The pound for pound king on ESPN Plus, where you got to pay $5, $6. I haven't paid because I thought that was so disrespectful having Terence Crawford. Let me check the pound for pound list. ESPN pound for pound list. I thought that was just March 2018, May 16th, June 12th. The most notable one, let's see, division by rankings. So at the end of the day, I just think it's so distasteful. You understand? I think they got Terence Crawford 3 at the welterweight division. Let's check the pound for pound list, just overall pound for pound. Click here. They got Terence Crawford number 2 behind Vasyl Lomachenko. That rests my case, but I need to go no further. Vasyl Lomachenko has a loss to a journeyman on his record. Terence Crawford has embarrassed everyone he's ever faced. After Gamboa, when he got rocked early in the fight, he has literally embarrassed and obliterated every opponent he has ever faced and made them look like a journeyman. And he is a number 2 pound for pound fighter on his network. Lomachenko has a total of 12 fights, 11-1 with 9 knockouts. Now, I'm not discrediting Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko is a top 5 talent, pound for pound list, like for real. But he's not better than Terence Crawford. So this leads me to, look, people with the money is showing us who we really are. Who are they investing in? Who are they using Terence Crawford to increase their bottom line? Who are they using to, who is ESPN using to leverage their bottom line? I would say Terence Crawford. And who do they want to be the best fighter in the world? Vasyl Lomachenko. How can he be the best fighter I don't get it. I'm confused. ESPN has to rank Bob Arum's fighters above everybody. Like, they have to. It's just they work for the network. You guys know how it works. WBO stays with Top Rank. WBC is now a PBC belt per se. You understand what I'm saying? So we all get the politics of boxing, but how on God's green earth Like for real, when you unified a division. Like I'm beside myself. I'm trying to grasp this. I'm trying to understand. Top Rank and ESPN believes Terence Crawford is second fiddle to Vasyl Lomachenko. Now people gonna say I'm hating on Terence Crawford. I say what you want to say, but the facts are the facts. How can his own network? I oh, how can I'm? It is beyond me. 33-0 with 24 KOs, but his last 10 fights has been Hall of Fame worthy in terms of his performance. He has not disappointed his last 10 opponents. Jesus Christ. Like, he has literally embarrassed. Oh my. I think he went overseas to fight I forget the guy he fought on short notice and has been on a whirlwind ever since when he got his first belt, if I'm not mistaken. Oh man. Was it? I don't know. I forget who he fought. And I forget what weight it was at too, 35 or 40, somewhere in there. You guys put it in the comment section. But it all starts to bleed in now. That was years ago. But I can't, dude, you can't make this stuff up. Now I'm gonna be labeled a Terence Crawford hater again and again and again. But Terence Crawford, you're gonna thank me later. When you get out of your contract, you're gonna be like, that little nigga in LA was right. He was hard on me, but he was right. Bomac gonna be like, man, we should have listened to him. Well, I don't know. But maybe Bomac will say we should have listened to that little nigga a long time ago. Fred doesn't spend his money where he's not welcome. I will have an NFL stadium a mile and a half away from me. That's 6 laps around any track in America, right? There will be a football stadium on Manchester and Prairie in about a year and a half. I won't buy a ticket. Not where the NFL is treating us. I won't buy a ticket. I don't spend my money where I'm not welcome. I haven't been in H&M. And if you guys go to my past videos live, you can tell every time I covered a fight, I basically had on an H&M V-neck shirt because they were so light. I always wear light clothes when I cover a fight because I got to move, I got to dance, I got to get the next interview. You know what I mean? So I try and my goal is 50 interviews. Like I got to get 50 interviews like minimum 50 interviews, So, it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy, man, to think that Terence Crawford, ESPN has Terence Crawford second. Don't you know ESPN is the only sanctioning body? I'm just guesstimating pound for pound list that would put Vasyl Lomachenko above Terence Crawford, and they promote their fights. Oh man, Terence Crawford, you're gonna thank me years down the line. I'm gonna repeat this again. Floyd Mayweather paid $750,000 and got out of his contract and became a billionaire. Oscar De La Hoya took Bob Arum to court to get out of his contract, and we know Oscar De La Hoya easily made a gazillion dollars outside of boxing without Bob Arum. Manny Pacquiao doesn't even want to talk to Bob Arum, but because of contracts with other fighters and trying to get arenas, he has to align himself with a promoter to get fight dates if he wants to come back to America. That's the business of the game, right? And 4, Mikey Garcia sat out. Don't you understand what I mean? He didn't get a paycheck for 2 years. A legitimate 6-figure, 7-figure payday for 2 years. He just sat on the shelf waiting for his contract to expire with Top Rank. You know what that has to say about Top Rank and how they run their businesses? But again, I'm going to be labeled the hater. I'm not the pragmatic person. I'm not the person that fully understands what's really going on. Again, this was May. When was this made? August 8th, 2018, which is 10 days ago. Yeah, it's August 18th today, so probably after They probably do this weekly or bi-weekly. I'm uncertain of it. But Dan Raphael has Vasyl Lomachenko 1, Terence Crawford 2, Gennady Golovkin 3, Mikey Garcia 4, Errol Spence 5, and his arrow is pointing down. Hey, people were saying, I didn't know Donald Trump was that racist. I didn't know Donald Trump. He told you who he was before he was elected. Terence Crawford, they showing you who they are right before your eyes. But what do I know? I'm just a YouTube media reporter. I still write articles, but basically you guys know me through YouTube. I'm just a YouTube boxing reporter. What do I know? What do I know? But I know this video is gonna get the Terence Crawford team. I just want them to know that I turned down the deal to work for ESPN. Why? Because I knew they didn't respect me. They literally didn't grant me my wishes. They gave me a contract, which was a great contract. You understand? It was a six-figure deal. I would be making six figures right now for ESPN. I would probably be in my fourth year right now, third year. So I forget how long it's been, right? I said I want a spot on a radio show because I have a mission statement. My spirit has a mission statement, right? Terence Crawford and his team needs to hear this story. That's why I'm putting this in. I'm in the deal with white men. I'm not going to tell you their names. It's not important. I said, this is what I want. I want a spot. I want my voice to be heard on when 710 first came to LA. Like when remember they were trying to they revamped everything. I was a part of this, potentially a part of the second phase, not the first phase. And they actually sought after me, and I said, this is my demands that I want. They gave me a great deal first, but I came back with some addendums. They said no. They were willing to give me more money because and let this be a lesson learned to everybody. The first deal someone's offer you is probably the lowest deal they probably want. So you always can go back. It was nothing great about me saying I want more money. Said more money, but the one thing where we couldn't agree on is my radio spot. I wasn't hell bent on the time it was at, but I knew what my long-term goal was. I wasn't about to be pigeonholed and they used my ability to produce content and stuff like that. And because back then I was working heavily, like making films, making short films, and being a part of great projects. I was real heavy into that. And now that I got kids, I've kind of slowed down. Lincoln's 3 and Kennedy's about to be 1. So I've slowed down a great deal in terms of my production. And I basically told them no. It was a six-figure. I was walking in probably making six figures with the because they give you easy your benchmarks to get your bonuses are real easy. Like so, I would have been making well over six figures a year, and I turned it down with the key to the city, meaning you get all the perks of meeting people and building your contact base. You know what I did? I bet on myself in YouTube. I started from ground zero with 0 YouTubers. And that's the point I'm trying to get to Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford represents so many other black men, so many other Latin men in this world that believes that they need to shake a white man's hand to be successful. You don't. It may take you a little bit longer. I'm 40, so it may take you a little bit longer. I understand all of that, and I get it, and I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. You can't win a marathon only 1 and 1 mile, okay? You can't win a baseball game scoring out 1-0 in the first inning, all right? You don't win a boxing match winning the first round, okay? It's a 12-round marathon, all right? And this is what I want, hopefully, more people to understand. Bet on yourself, all right? And I have a voice in this boxing game now, and that's a credit to y'all, the 25,000 people that mess with me heavy. It's a credit to y'all. I appreciate you guys trusting me, trusting my insight, and I'm proud. I'm proud. Is YouTube check the same thing as an ESPN check? Absolutely not. Is is uh is is the credibility when if I had I don't have business cards. There's no need to have business cards now. Just give me your Instagram, give me your email. It's so much easier that way. But um, it's not the same in terms if I had a business card that said ESPN or if I have a business card that said YouTube channel, Barbershop Conversations. I get all of that. I understand all of that, but it's mine. You have no idea how much satisfaction I get out of it being mine. You know how much satisfaction I get in my quiet moments when I got to go paint an apartment building or I got to do the dirty work. It's mine. You understand? And that's what I want Terence Crawford's team to understand. You own the farm, but they convincing you that you're just the fruit. They convince you that you're just the oranges on the fruit. No, 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 no. You are top. Terence Crawford, you are top ranked. You are top ranked. You are Bob Arum. Bob Arum can go nowhere without you. You are the best. You are literally, arguably, top 5 talent in boxing. I'm talking about talent. Like just the dog, the savage. Oh yeah. I'm not saying you can win because you still got to fight to win. But I'm talking about just in terms of before walking into the ring, before walking up those 3 steps, you're a top 5 talent. Period. Right? Gennady Golovkin is not a top 5 talent. He's a top 10 fighter. If you guys, I'm trying to help you guys understand where the scenario I'm getting. You understand? Like Kevin Garnett was a top 5 talent in the NBA his first couple of years. Like talent, potential, got everything. He wasn't a top 5 player. That's what I'm trying to help you. That's what I'm trying to say. But man, this kid, hopefully he gets it one day. But anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Hopefully I made my point. Well, I'm going to say it one more time. Mikey Garcia sat out 2 years without a check to get out of his top rank contract. Floyd Mayweather paid Bob Arum $750,000. Manny Pacquiao really doesn't even want to deal with Bob Arum, but he knows in order to make the real money, he has to come to America and get a fight, and he needs a major promoter to make that fight happen. Who does he choose? We don't know. And who's the 4th guy? Mikey Garcia sat out 2 years. Oscar De La Hoya. And Oscar De La Hoya went to court to get out of his contract. So these aren't things I'm making up. These are valid points that other world champions, other people who have made 9 figures in boxing. 3 of the 4 people I've listed has made 9 figures in boxing in one fight without Bob Arum. Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. Well, Oscar De La Hoya probably didn't make, but he made 25, 50 million in one fight, I'm sure. I don't know his numbers, but all these guys has made over $100 million over their career. Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, and Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. Your Honor, I rest my case. The defense rests. Barbershop Conversations. I'm gone. Peace.